Coming up on OU Nightly, the FBI identifies the man in the fatal Weather Center car fire. High Point Beer could be coming to a grocery store near you, and the Norman Music Festival is underway. This is OU Nightly. Good evening and welcome to OU Nightly. I'm Nola Allinger.
And I'm Pam Ortega. New information on the car fire yesterday at the National Weather Center, a suspected suicide that left one man dead. The FBI has identified the man as Alan Rouse of Wichita, Kansas. Yesterday, Rouse drove a car through a Weather Center gate and into a loading dock area where the car burst into flames. Witnesses reportedly were unable to pull Rouse from the car. OU President David Boren, spokesman, said the university delayed alerting students because there was no immediate threat. OU changed its mind and issued the alert after police called for the hazardous materials unit.
Well, earlier this week, the Weather Center circled today as the day that severe storms were most likely to happen. So let's check the weather first with Chris Webb and see if they were right. Is the bad weather finally hitting us?
Well, I think thankfully us here in Oklahoma, we are dodging a major bullet out there. Although, as you can tell, points to the north and south, that yellow is a tornado watch. So the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and up towards Wichita and central Kansas, they are under a tornado watch, and we still have a couple warnings out there as well. This one southwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then this one up north and west of Wichita. Thankfully, though, all we're looking at right now is this rain moving through central Oklahoma. I think we will see some showers and storms as we push through this evening. However, I do believe all of these storms will remain below severe levels. So a big bullet dodge today, although I do think there is a risk for severe weather as we head into the end of the weekend, early parts of the work week. But I'll have more on that coming up in just a bit.
Well, the weather was so nice this week.
I know, and now it's finally starting to get bad again. Well, beer drinkers are one step closer to buying cold High Point beer. The state Senate passed a bill that last week that would allow High Point sales in grocery stores and convenience stores. The bill is now on its way to the House for another vote, and if House members pass it, voters will have a chance for final approval during the 2016 presidential election. Oklahoma is one of only 5 states that refuses to allow cold High Point sales. And still ahead on OU Nightly, Iranian ships decide to turn around.
Plus, OU Nightly's Bijan Hosseini is live at the Norman Musical Festival. It's that time of year again. Music of all types is all around the streets of downtown Norman. That can mean only one thing. The Norman Music Festival is underway. OU Nightly's Bijan Hosseini joins us live from downtown.
All right. Hey guys, I'm here at the 8th Annual Norman Music Festival. We're here at the Depot, which is one of the main venues right east of the train tracks on Jones Street. There's actually 21 venues this year up and down Main Street and over 300 performances. The event began yesterday and it goes until tomorrow night. The first band to kick off here at the Depot will be at 6 o'clock, and it will be Christine Jude and the Gentlemen Callers. So you still have time to get out here. Main Street hasn't been blocked off yet, so get in your cars, come on down here, grab a couple drinks, and bring your friends. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Bijan.
Well, OU Nightly's London Bulgarelli joins us now in the News Center with the latest from around the nation and the world. London?
Thanks, Nola. A convoy of Iranian ships en route to Yemen are turning away from the war-torn country. The convoy is turning around after the U.S. deployed warships to the Yemeni coast, according to defense officials. One of the U.S. defense officials called the change in direction a promising sign. And it's been called the middle finger seen round the world, the moment when Dzhokhar Tsarnaev flipped the bird to a security camera in his cell on July 10, 2013. Well, now it's coming back to haunt him. Prosecutors used this flipping moment as an argument to have him pay for his crimes with his life. The Boston judge still hasn't decided on if Tsarnaev will pay with his life or spend it alive behind bars. And an internal investigation has revealed the reserve deputy Robert Bates was shown special treatment and his training policies were violated. Bates is the reserve deputy from Tulsa who fatally shot suspect Eric Harris instead of stunning him with a taser on April 2nd. Bates, 73, is charged with second-degree manslaughter in the shooting of Harris and has pleaded not guilty. Well, that's what's happening from all around the world. Now back to you.
Thanks, London. Still ahead on OU Nightly, a local high school remembers a former teammate.
Plus, we'll give you full coverage on Buddy Hield's decision to stay, and Chris Webb is standing by with weather.
Guys out there right now, including a few sprinkles. I'll tell you when we can expect our next severe storm chances coming up next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Here we're looking at a great shot of the stars and stripes. It is cloudy out there and there are a few sprinkles. However, much of that severe weather is going to remain either to our north or our south, thankfully. And as we take a look out there right now, temperatures not bad, mid-70s, even some 80s up in the northwest. We do see some 60s down there where they saw more rain down here in the southern parts of the state. That's why those temperatures are cooler. However, here in the central parts where we didn't see as much rain, we do see some warmer temperatures up in the low 70s. Now, another story out there are these winds that we saw today, as high as 30 in Enid. We saw it gust up to 18. Actually, that's right now, 18 miles an hour. So it is windy out there. And girls, I'm sorry if you're out there with your long hair. I know that's a pain. However, things should be calming down, though, as we head into tomorrow. But this is what the story is looking like this evening. I believe we'll still see a lingering storm or two at 8 p.m., but things should start moving out after that. Only cooling down into the upper 60s as well this evening. So it's going to be a mild night, and that's going to make way for a warm day tomorrow. Should be perfect weather out there tomorrow, especially if you're going out to that Norman Music Festival. So here's the severe outlook that we're looking at right now. I know it shows a slight risk here in Oklahoma, but I think that much of that severe weather is going to stay either to our south or up here to our north. Our next real big severe chance is probably going to be Sunday night into Monday, but I'll have more on that here in just a minute. So our headlines for today, we do see some evenings thunderstorms. We see that warm temperature out there Saturday, but then that's when we see our next rain chances as we push into Sunday. Overnight, though, temperatures aren't going to be too bad out there. 54 in Oklahoma City. We do see 50s across much of the state, even some 60s up in the north and east. So it will be mild out there, and temperatures tomorrow are going to be on the warm side, much warmer than what we were seeing today. 84 degrees in Norman, 84 up in Woodward as well, 80s across the state. So it's going to be a warm day across much of the state. This is what we're looking at Sunday. This slight risk of severe weather, that's what we're looking at Sunday night into Monday. However, other than that, this weekend should be a beautiful weekend. Warm tomorrow and Sunday as well. So you see 79 there on Sunday. But then after that, we do see those rain chances Sunday night into Monday, and then we also see a chance of storms clearing out on Tuesday. After that, though, should be a great work week next week.
Okay, so we can head out to the Norman Musical Festival tomorrow.
By all means, go for it.
What about on Sunday for like the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon?
Should be great weather out there Sunday. Sunday night's when we're starting to see the thunderstorms build back in.
Okay, perfect.
Great. Thanks, Chris.
When you think of women's sports, you might think of dancing or volleyball, but what about roller derby? OU Nightly's Heather Healy has a story on a Norman team defying all odds.
And him opening his gifts, and I think that was Adele Chico.
These are the parents of the late Ryan Scott Dallum. On April 6, 2007, Ryan volunteered to lead his convoy on a mission in Baghdad. That is when their vehicle hit an improvised explosive device, killing him and 2 other soldiers.
So he ended up working, there was an Ace Hardware over on Main Street that he worked at for maybe 6 months or a year or something, and then finally decided that he was going to go in the Army since I had been in the military and his grandfather had been in the military, and his other grandfather was a veteran during World War II, so there was a lot of military in the family, so he thought he wanted to do that, and I think he really enjoyed it for everything that he told us.
And today the golf team at Norman High School decided to carry on his memory in a new way. The head golf coach at NHS partnered up with the Folds of Honor Foundation to have Ryan's name featured on their new golf bags, which makes them the first high school in the nation to participate with the program.
Well, that's it for news this Friday night. Big Friday Sports is on deck.
Our OU TV sports team gives us an extended look at what's happening in sports. Our Matt McCulloch is standing by with more.
That's right. Thanks, guys. Today on Big Friday Sports, will tonight be the night that Lauren Chamberlain breaks an NCAA record? Plus, the reigning Big 12 Player of the Year has decided his future. Will he stay or will he go? Big Friday Sports starts right after this.
Getting down to this morning, I've been praying every night and stressing out, but I decided I think I'll come back to Oklahoma.
Welcome to OU Nightly's Big Friday Sports. I'm Mason Prince, and the Big 12 Player of the Year, Matt, is back for more.
That's right. Hi, I'm Matt McCulloch, and leading off on Big Friday Sports, it's Buddy Hield's decision to come back to Norman for his senior season.
A collective exhale by Sooner Nation this morning around 10:30 when Buddy Hield announced his decision to stay in Norman for one more year, Matt.
That's right. Hield has kept quiet for weeks while deciding his future. His decision to return comes right after a breakout season. Everyone knew Hield was special, but nobody expected him to take home Big 12 Player of the Year honors.
Nobody but Buddy Hield. Buddy Love averaged 17.4 points per game and scored in double figures in 32 of 35 games. It was a tough decision, but Hield and probably Sooner Nation think it's the right one.
All the way to the rim, reach in, layup is no, tip it is good! It's good! Buddy Hield tips it in! Sooners win!
Talking to my family, friends, mentors, Coach Kruger, Coach Crutch, they got me here, and it's been real tough. I feel like it's the best decision for me, best decision for my family. I'm with a great team, great university, great fans, and a lot of you good people. Y'all gotta put up next year with me. So, I just happy to make the right decision for me, and what's best for my family and it's best for the university. And I feel like I come back, I'll be able to get my degree, and finish out with a bang. This is a great university. I love the fans, and Coach Kruger is doing a good job of me. I came in from a freshman, developing my game, and I feel like the best is yet to come for this team. And main goal is to go to the Final Four. Why not go there? It's my last year, and be the best player I can be, and help to make this program go forward.
And our very own Hunter McKee is here to talk with us about Coach Kruger and his reaction to Buddy Hield staying. Hunter, take it away.
Thanks, Matt. Head coach Lon Kruger has supported Hield throughout this process before making his final decision this morning, not pushing him to come back his senior year.
But I'm most happy for Buddy. He's a guy that's meant so much to the program, and he had a plan from the start. As soon as the season's over, he had a plan of kind of what was important to him and what he would consider throughout this process. And I think the maturity with which he's approached this is really admirable. He's grown every year. He's he's got so many things in the right order. And he wants to play in the NBA, and that's, I think, most impressive, because that lure is hard to put on hold for a year. But Buddy considered everything, and I think he recognizes what the year ahead holds for him. Floor of his basketball just continues to go up every year. It's to gather information, and it's not to make a decision, and that's what we emphasized to Buddy from the start. Buddy, this is your decision.
Even though this was a tough choice for Hield, his decision to stay makes OU basketball fans, the team, and Coach Kruger very happy. Matt, Mason, back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Hunter. We move over now to the Diamond, where the Oklahoma softball team has been on fire this year. You know who was on fire Wednesday night, Mason?
Lauren Chamberlain.
No, but thanks for playing. Freshman lefty Paige Parker. Parker struck out 8, giving up only a single run in 5 innings of work. But her night didn't end there. She was 3 for 3 at the plate with 2 runs batted in. OU reached 40 wins with the 7-1 victory over the Pokes. Still no record-breaking home run from Chamberlain yet, as she still sits tied at 90. Sooners play Kansas tonight starting at 5. Could tonight be the night? We'll see.
We shall see. The 23rd-ranked baseball team has won 3 in a row, and they look to make it 4 tonight as they begin their series with Sam Houston State at home. OU is tied at the top of the Big 12 standings with Oklahoma State with only 14 games left in the regular season.
And could this be the year that the Oklahoma men's golf team shines in Big 12 glory since winning it back in 2006? Oklahoma has been in straight domination mode this season, ranked 10th in the country and coming off back-to-back tournament wins. Here are the guys on April 27th's conference championship.
We've all been starting to play well, starting to click at the right time, so that's good. And we're all feeling good about our games, and it's the right time heading into postseason.
It helps that all year we've pretty much had all 5 guys in the game every tournament, so that's been good. But we're just starting to, we're clicking a little bit, and I don't know, it's just working out so far. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Matt, what time is it?
It's tourney time.
It's tourney time for the women's golf team in San Antonio. There's only 2 ranked teams in the field in OSU and Baylor, but don't think for a second that the team won't come into this tournament ready to play.
For us, we just need to go out there and play our own game and, not worry about the leaderboard so much and add up our scores at the end and see what happens.
I'd say just confidence and just belief that we will play as well as we did and even better. I mean, we don't have a glass ceiling on this team. We don't think that way.
And the women's tennis team advanced to the quarterfinals of the Big 12 championships after taking care of West Virginia in sweeping fashion yesterday. The 7th-seeded Sooners are in action right now versus Texas Tech after a little rain delay thanks to Mother Nature. Things are not looking good for Oklahoma, however. Tech has taken 5 of the first 6 sets. Oklahoma's only match win so far has been by freshman phenom Lily Miyazaki in #1 singles. We'll keep you updated right here if scores change.
After winning a share of the regular season Big 12 title, the men's tennis team looks to prove a point in the Big 12 tournament this weekend, that they are the best team in this conference. Chris Tyndall reports.
#1 ranked men's tennis team takes the court tomorrow in Waco against the Texas Longhorns. The Sooners are down there for the Big 12 championship. And although they have that #1 ranking, they know it doesn't guarantee an easy win.
It's nice always to be #1, but being #1 doesn't mean that you're gonna win the Big 12 or you're gonna win the NCAA tournament. What matters at the end of the year.
Not winning last year and losing the final, in that sense, I feel like they have some unfinished business in their mind.
And a win tomorrow gets them into the finals, where they'll face either #2 Baylor or TCU. Chris Tyndall, Big Friday Sports.
All right, thanks, Chris. Still to come on Big Friday Sports, President Obama takes a couple jabs at the Super Bowl champs.
And the Barons started their hunt for the Calder Cup last night. Highlights coming up next.
Welcome back to OU Nightly's Big Friday Sports. I'm Mason Prince.
And I'm Matt McCulloch, and it was a great night last night. It was hockey night in Oklahoma.
Hockey night in Oklahoma is right. It may not be the Thunder, but OKC has one team in the playoffs this year, the Barons, who won Game 1 of their series last night. Barons were down 2-1 entering the third. Then this goal by Joshua Winquist ties the game at 2. Then a sloppy turnover by San Antonio here leads to this goal by Ryan Hamilton. All of a sudden, it's 3-2 Barons. Connor Jones with the empty net goal here puts the Barons up 2 late in the third. One more? Why not?
I want one more.
Why not? Matthew Ford hits this empty netter from the parking lot.
Of course.
Barons score 4 in the third to win 5-2.
Well, I'm sure everyone remembers the biggest story from Super Bowl 49. Besides Marshawn Lynch's quiet press conferences, Deflategate became one of the hottest and one of the most laughable topics that quickly became annoying after a while. The champion Patriots visited the White House this week, and President Obama had a little bit of fun.
I usually tell a bunch of jokes at these events, but with Patriots in town, I was worried that 11 out of 12 of them would fall flat.
Ooh. Is it the Kansas City Royals or the Detroit Bad Boys? Another brawl last night for the Royals, this time against the White Sox. Giordano Ventura is starting to resemble Bill Laimbeer. Look at this brawl right here, Matt. Have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, I've been in a couple. Have you been in?
I lose most of mine.
Yeah.
But
I normally take care of business.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? It's our Matt McCulloch's very last newscast here on Big Friday Sports. 3.5 years. Matt McCulloch leading this sports department. Some of our best moments right there. Matt leaves us to go to Wichita Falls, where he will be a news reporter. And
I'm going to the dark side.
Oh, you're going to the dark side. Look at that cheerleading uniform, eggs and all. Matt, it's been an honor to be with you for the past 3
Mason,
years.
It's been a blast.
It's
best friends.
Best friends.
Off and on.
Off
set.
and on. Thank you, though, for joining us on Big Friday Sports. It's our last OU Nightly of the semester. Be sure to catch us in the fall.
And have a great weekend. Remember, Sooner Sports Pad comes your way on Tuesday nights.
See you then.